welcome back. Leap year only comes around once every 4 years, and since it is tomorrow, why not take a little bit of extra time to make a little more room in your home? Do you think you could get rid of 29 things on the 29th day of February? I don't know. It may seem like a lot, but this morning, friend to the show, Victoria Tran, the owner and lead organizer for Sorted, is here with some suggestions on how to get started. Thank you for coming back, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you are talking to me on this one.
Yes.
What do you tell people who have a hard time getting rid of things?
I like to tell them owning less is better than organizing more.
Ooh.
You don't want to spend all your free time after work, on the weekend, when you could be doing things that you really enjoy, trying to go through your clutter, finding things, trying to go through it and organize it and clean it time and time again. Because the more you have, the more you have to do it.
That is true. I know that through experience, believe me. Now you've come up with this list since we have that extra day this year, everyone. 29 things to get rid of. How did you come up with this list?
Well, working with clients every day, you know, once I go in, they show me their pantry, for example, and they say they have too much stuff. So I just start emptying it, and it's stuff like extra condiments from fast foods. How many do you really need of those? You know, extra plastic containers without the cover. Do you need those? Stuff like that.
That is true. Yeah, we have a list of those 29 things so people can see. I see you have old receipts on there, old textbooks. This is so true. Where do we find all of these things? Are there different rooms where we find all of this stuff we really don't need?
Well, a couple of places come to mind. The first is the office space. Paper clutter can start as a small pile of mail, for example, and as the days and weeks go on, it becomes piles, boxes, rooms of stuff that you don't even know what's in there.
Me, for sure. Not only at home, but at work as well. On my desk, I try to clean it off every day, but every day just gets dirtier and dirtier.
Yes.
And excess grocery bags as well, excess coffee mugs, a lot of stuff. And there's some other spaces as well where we find a whole bunch of stuff we just don't need.
Right. Let's say in your closet, the wire hangers, everyone always seems to collect those from the dry cleaners. Go ahead and get rid of those.
Wired hangers.
Yes, those are bad for clothes and they just don't look good.
That is true. I like the other types of hangers as well. Very, very true. Now, of course, another big thing a lot of parents out there have is children's artwork. Oh, my little Picasso, I love that so much. But you have a really great trick on how we can still keep the stuff we want, but not look so cluttery. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I have two little kids that come home every day with worksheets, with scribbles, with doodles that they just want you to keep, and then you know you end up with this after a couple of days. Now, what do you do with all of this stuff?
Are these really your children's artwork?
Yes.
Oh, look at them.
So what I do is go through and keep the really special ones that they're really proud of, ones that I'm proud of them for doing, and the rest I just toss in the garbage. And I want them to see me doing that, saying thanks for the memories, you worked really hard on that, but we don't need to keep everything in our life, you know?
It's so hard, it's my child, you know? And you'll put it into a book like this?
Yes, at the end of the year, I'll keep all the special ones, I'll get them scanned, and we'll put them into a book like this for them to enjoy when they're older. No one wants to turn like 18 and get several boxes of stuff like this and say, what do I do with this now?
That is true, because honestly, a lot of us, especially when we're young, we're not going to remember actually drawing that, you know? But this is a great way to do it. And of course, this book is something you make, correct?
Well, I sent this off to a company called Archive. You can send all your artwork and they'll scan it for you, but I've also scanned my own, so it just depends if I have the time or not. I don't want to put it in a closet if I don't have time and forget about it for years. If I don't have time at the end of the year, I'll just have someone else do it for me, and that's why I love outsourcing.
This is a genius idea, as well as maybe those photo albums that maybe are just taking up a whole bunch of space. Scan them, put them into something like this, and then put it on the bookshelf.
Yes, and we look at this several times a week, and you know, they say, remember when I did this, remember when I did that. If it's in a box away, that's never going to happen.
That is adorable. I love that. You know, a lot of people talk about how get rid of stuff that doesn't bring me joy and stuff like that. What would you say is the time frame? If it's something we're not using, how long should we keep it before we throw it away?
Well, if it's not something that you use, love, or really need, I would say get rid of it right away. You know, there's no need to keep it away for months and months and years, and you know, time gets away from us, so we forget about it. You know, so let's say for clothes, if it doesn't fit you now, if it's more than one size too small or one size too big, go ahead and donate it. And if you need it in a few months from now, maybe it's something that you can think about purchasing again.
What a great idea. Now, look, I love following you on Instagram because you
thanks.
always have some great tips and tricks. Tell us a little bit about some of those tricks and tips that you share on your Instagram page.
Well, the first thing is always just, like I'm saying now, edit what you have and purge what you can. Because, everything you bring into your home comes at a cost. It costs time, energy, money, and your space. So really be mindful of everything you're bringing in, and is it worth it?
That is so true. And luckily, if you don't want to take the stuff out, you are a professional organizer. Tell us a little bit about Sorted.
Well, Sorted serves people in New Orleans area that just want to be organized but don't have the time or know what to do to get there. So we'll come in, we'll assess the situation, and we'll see what your goals and vision are, and we'll make it happen.
In one day, or how long does it usually take?
Depending on the space. Some people will hire us for the whole house, and that takes, several days. And some people just want their pantry sorted or their master closet. So that's, like an afternoon.
And when Mardi Gras just passed, I know a lot of people may have some stuff they want to get rid of. Sorted may be the place to go and help you out. Well, look, thank you so much, Victoria, for joining us this morning. I love her. Here's the good news, my friends. If you need help getting rid of some things or just reorganizing your home, you can call Sorted at 504-224-6842 or log on to sortednola.com. We're going to take a commercial break, but stay right there. You're watching Great Day Louisiana.